My beloved child, I see your heart tired, worn, and echoing with questions no one else seems to hear. You sit in silence, wondering where I have gone. You whisper into the dark, and you wonder why it does not answer back. But I tell you, my child, I am the silence. I am within it. I am around it. I am above it. The silence you dread is not the absence of MIT, is the canvas upon which I am painting your restoration. When you cry, "Where are you, Lord?" I am already at your side, closer than breath, holding your soul like a delicate flower cupped in my eternal hands. You think that I am quiet because I have forgotten you. No, my silence is not neglect, it is preparation. Let me take you into my heart and reveal to you the truth. There are seasons when I speak loudly, when my miracles are thunder, when my guidance is fire. But there are also seasons where I speak like wind over the surface of water, where my words are whispered into your waiting spirit through tears and sleepless nights. And when it feels like I've left, I have actually gone deeper into your spirit than ever before. I am tending to roots you do not see. I am healing wounds you have long forgotten. I am pulling thorns from your heart that you had made peace with, but which I never wanted you to. Carry. I am not the God of only mountaintops and celebrations. I am the God of broken hallways, hospital rooms, unmade beds, silent mornings, unanswered prayers. And yet, I am answering, even now. You ask me, "Why am I suffering, Lord?" And I respond, "You are walking through fire not to be burned, but to be refined. You are breaking open, not to be destroyed, but so that I may pour my glory into every empty place. You are weeping, not because I enjoy your pain, but because I am watering the soil of your soul so something eternal can grow. You must understand, beloved, pain does not mean punishment. Silence does not mean distance. Waiting does not mean abandonment. Remember Job. Even when he sat in ashes, scraping sores and surrounded by friends who misunderstood him, I was not far. I watched every word, I heard every groan, and when the time was fulfilled, I restored him twice what he had lost. You too, dear one, will see restoration, but not only in the material. I will restore your wonder, your laughter, your joy in my presence, your boldness in the Spirit, your fire to worship, and your trust in my timing. Let me ask you this, child. Did I not catch every tear you shed last night? Did I not guide your breath when you were too tired to pray? Did I not carry you when you had no strength left to stand? I am the one who stayed when everyone else left. I am the one who knew your thoughts before you ever dared to speak them aloud. I knew you would wrestle with faith. I knew you would question my ways. And still, I chose you. I called you. I claimed you as mine. Even your doubts cannot evict you from my love. There will be days when you feel unworthy, when shame will try to shout louder than grace. But hear me now. My mercy was never based on your worthiness. It was always based on my covenant. I swore by my own name that I would never leave you nor forsake you. I do not regret saving you. I do not regret loving you. I do not regret calling you my child, even when you fall, even when your faith falters, even when the guilt comes knocking. My grace is louder. You are still in my plan. You are not a mistake. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. I am not surprised by where you are today. I saw this moment before you were even born. I factored in your failures, your delays, your fears, and still I designed a future full of hope and glory for you. my child, you are still on the path of them. If all you can see are shadows, do you feel alone? Then let me remind you, I walked the path of loneliness too. In Gethsemane, I cried alone. On the cross, I bore the silence of heaven. I tasted abandonment so that you would never have to. I know what it means to be misunderstood, rejected, betrayed, and crucified by those you loved. And still I love, I forgive, I redeem, and now I live in you. When the world calls you weak, I whisper, you are chosen. When fear says, you can't, I declare, with me you will. When depression says, stay down, I thunder, get up, for I am your strength. You are not meant to carry this weight alone. Give it to me, every fear, every failure, every doubt, every pain. Lay it at my feet and rise lighter than you've ever been. I know how tired you are. I know the nights you can't explain to anyone. I know the secrets that make you feel unlovable, but I have already seen it all, and still I call you mine, so rest now. Child, not because the storm has passed, but because I am in your boat. Rest, not because the pain has ended, but because I am carrying you through it. Rest, not because the answer has come, but because the answer is me, and I am here. Let the silence fall, because I am speaking in ways deeper than sound. Let the tears come, because I am collecting every one. Let your soul breathe, because you are safe in my arms. This season is not the end. It is the soil of your next harvest. It is the stretching before the rising. It is the quiet before the trumpet. I am building strength in you that cannot be stolen. I am setting your feet upon the rock that will not crumble. You are going to make it, not because you are strong, but because I am, and I am not finished with you yet. So hold on, not to the world, not to your own plans, not to fear. Hold on to me. Even in the silence, I am still speaking. Even in the waiting, I am still working. Even in your weakness, I am still enough. I love you, always, unconditionally, eternally. Your Father, who never lets go. Asterisk, my precious child, the hour grows late, and the world around you grows quiet. But within you, storms still rise. Your thoughts echo in the chambers of your mind, loud and restless. You keep wondering if I am still here, still listening, still watching. And this, my beloved, is what I have come to speak into tonight. Yes, I am still here. I have not left. Not once. Not when you wept alone at 2 a.m. Not when you sat in silence and wished you could vanish. Not when your heart clenched in regret. Not even when you pushed me away. I stood at the door of your soul and waited, not with wrath, but with patience. I waited like the dawn waits for night to pass. I waited because I knew you would one day turn again. You've looked for me in thunder, but I came in whispers. You searched the skies for fire, for lightning, for signs, but I came like a breeze that moved across your skin. You wanted miracles, my child, yes, the kind that split seas and shake the earth. But I gave you quiet mercies, daily grace, the strength to rise again. Do you remember that one morning you wanted to give up? Do you remember how your chest felt hollow like a cave, echoing with your fears? And yet, you got out of bed. You faced the world. You endured. That was not coincidence. That was me. I was the strength in your knees, the breath in your lungs. The reason you're still standing is not your willpower. It's my love, holding you from within when you didn't even realize it. You have cried, where are you, Lord? I am here. I've always been. But sometimes, to heal your soul, I must take you through silence, not as punishment, but as preparation, for in the silence, your ears begin to hear what noise drowned out. You learn to recognize my voice not as a shout, but a song in the stillness. I let you walk into the valley, not to abandon you, but to meet you there. I am the God of the valley, just as much as the mountaintop. I walked beside the broken-hearted, the confused, the weary. The wounds you carry, bring them to me. Not just the ones from others. Bring me the ones you gave yourself. The shame, the guilt, the secrets you dare not speak. The choices you regret. Let me have them, all of them. Not to scold you, but to redeem them. To make beauty from the ashes. I know the names people called you. I know the names you call yourself. But do you know what I call you? Mine, beloved, chosen. Worthy not because of what you've done, but because of what I did for you. You are not your failure. You are not your mistakes. You are not forgotten. You are the one I formed with my own hands. I breathed life into you. You are no accident. You are not a disappointment to me. Let that sink into the places where you've believed the opposite. Let me remind you of something powerful, child. When I went to the cross, I saw your name. I saw your story. I saw every tear, every scar, every silent battle, and I still said, they're worth it. I didn't die for the perfect. I died for the weary, the doubters, the ashamed. I died for the you that cries in the shower. The you that feels like they're never enough. The you that's afraid to trust again. I died for you. I rose for you. I'm coming back for you. So let me in again, not just into your Sunday prayers. Let me into the places you've closed off, the places that ache, the places you're afraid to show. Let me be your comforter, your rescuer, your peace. You don't have to clean yourself up for me. Come to me as you are tired, angry, numb, confused. I can handle it. I am not a God who flinches at your pain. I am the one who takes it and transforms it. Do you still feel alone? Then know this, I send you reminders daily, a stranger's kindness, a sunrise, a verse that hits too close, a friend that texts at just the right time. These are not coincidences. They are love letters from me. You are surrounded. My child, tonight, I bring you again into my sanctuary of whispers, where no burden is too heavy, no scar too deep, and no memory too dark for me to touch with my love. Sit with me, breathe in the silence, for though the world screams, I still speak in the hush. You have walked through many nights alone, haven't you? Nights where sleep was far, and your soul trembled beneath the weight of questions. Why did it happen, Lord? Why me? Where were you, oh beloved? I was there. I have always been there. When you cried under the blankets and no one heard, I caught every tear on my palm. When you clenched your fists and shouted at the ceiling, I didn't flinch, I welcomed your honesty. Your anger never scared me. Your brokenness never repelled me. I was the one sitting beside you in the shadows, waiting for you to notice the warmth of my presence. There was a moment you almost gave up. I remember the exact second your heart whispered, it's useless. But I leaned close, closer than your breath, and whispered back, you are not finished. This pain is not the end. I'm still writing your story. You thought I was silent, but sometimes silence is sacred. It's the hush before the dawn. It's the stillness before the miracle. I was not absent, I was preparing the soil of your soul for a deeper kind of love, a fiercer kind of hope. You see, child, I do not just rescue from fire. I walk into it with you. I remember the first time you prayed to me, not the ritual words, but the real ones, the raw ones, the trembling voice in the dark that whispered, "Are you even real?" That was the moment you touched heaven, not because you were perfect, but because you were real. And I am a father who runs toward real hearts. Let me speak now to the ache you never say aloud. You feel abandoned, you feel unseen, you feel unworthy of anything good. You've been trained to believe that your worth is tied to performance, to how good you are, how useful, how obedient, how self-controlled. But I never loved you because of what you could do. I love you because of who you are, mine. I made you in secret, wove you with intention, and kissed your soul with eternity before you ever took a breath. The world gave you labels, too much, too little, broken, burden, but I called you chosen, beloved, redeemed, mine. You are not an accident of history. You are a song I've been singing before time began. Let me take you back to the moment of your deepest wound. Yes, that one, the one you avoid. I want you to know I was there. I saw the betrayal. I heard the words that tore your heart. I felt the silence that crushed your spirit. And while you were being broken, I wept too. But even then, I planted seeds, not of pain, but of power. Seeds of beauty beneath the ashes. Seeds of future healing for others through your story. You are not just a survivor. You are becoming a vessel of comfort. What the enemy meant to destroy you, I will turn into a river of compassion. You will touch the hurting and say, "I know." And they will weep and feel less alone, because you walked through fire and still carry light. Now lean close, dear child, for I will speak plainly. Stop punishing yourself for what happened. Stop thinking you're too far gone. Stop comparing your pace to others. Stop shrinking your soul to fit into people's expectations. You were never meant to be small. You were never meant to live under shame's roof. Come out, let me robe you in light. Let me rename you. Let me remind you who you are. You are a daughter, you are a son. You are a warrior with wounds that shine. You are a lighthouse that still stands after every storm. And I am your God. Not just the God of mountaintops, but the God of valleys, too. Not just the God of victories, but of nights spent in weeping. Not just the God of the Bible, but the God who knows your nickname, your laugh, your fears, your scars. I know you miss someone. I know you've lost more than words can hold. I know sometimes you feel like a ghost in your own life, but I promise you, nothing is wasted. Not the time, not the ache, not the detour, not even the breakdowns, all of it. I'm redeeming, I am. Building in you a love that will outlive the storms. I am forging in you a tenderness that shakes hell. I am calling you to rise, not in noise, but in peace. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not what others said. You are mine. Come, child, lay your head here. Let my love wrap around the sorest parts. Let my words be the lullaby your soul forgot how to sing. You're going to make it. You're going to laugh again. You're going to walk in places you once only dreamed of. And when you do, you'll know it was me all along. I have carried you. I have never let go. I have never forgotten you, and I never will. Your Father who sees you, who knows you, who still calls you beloved. Asterisk, my beloved child, you have walked through fires no one else sees. You've sat beside windows, watching the world move forward, while your heart stayed frozen in yesterday's pain. You've held back tears because you thought no one would understand, or worse, no one would care. But your Lord, have seen every tear before it falls. I've read every word your heart tried to scream, but lips could never form. When the world grew louder and your soul quieter, I stayed. When your prayers felt like echoes thrown into the sky and forgotten, I was closer than your next breath. Silence to you, perhaps, but not to me. Even in your quietest sorrow, I heard you. Even when you said nothing, I felt everything you carry. Questions you're too tired to ask. You wonder if all this pain has purpose. If every sleepless night, every invisible battle, every loss, every heartbreak meant anything. Yes, my child, nothing is wasted in my hands. What hurt you deeply, I will heal completely. What was taken from you, I will redeem. And what the enemy meant for evil, I will use for your good. There's a sacred fire forming inside you, a strength you don't even know you carry. You think your faith is small because your knees tremble, but faith isn't measured by how steady you stand. It's shown by how often you still choose to get up. And I've seen you rise again and again, even when you didn't feel me near. That's not weakness, it's power. That's not failure, it's the fight of a child of God. I know your fears, the ones you don't speak aloud, the ones you hide behind laughter and routine, the ones that whisper in the quiet. What if I'm not enough? What if it never gets better? What if I'm too broken to be used? But listen, my beloved, you are not too broken for me. You are not too late for me. You are not too far for me. You are exactly where my mercy can reach you best. I don't need you to fix everything. I just need you to hand it to me. Lay down your weariness, your questions, your ache, your fear. Let me be your refuge. Let me be your defender. Let me be your father, not just in name, but in nearness. You were never meant to carry this alone. You were never designed to survive by strength alone. My grace is not for the perfect, it's for the surrendered. And I will give you new strength, fresh peace, and a joy that does not depend on circumstances. Even when you cannot trace my hand, trust my heart. I have walked with you through shadows no one knew about. I was there when you smiled through your own storm to help someone else. I was there when you cried in your car, your pillow, your prayers. I was there when you felt unseen, unnoticed, unworthy. Not a second passed that I wasn't covering you. In grace, I am writing a story with your life that angels long to understand. A story that's not about perfection, but redemption. A story not of shame, but of my glory rising through every shattered piece. So breathe, my child. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are in my hands, and I am not finished with you yet. I will speak through your scars. I will build through your brokenness. I will shine through your surrender, and the day will come when you'll look back and say, it was hard, but I was never abandoned. It was dark, but the light found me. I was weary, but his love carried me home. Let me carry you. Now, let me be your rest. Let me hold your trembling soul in the arms of everlasting love. I have not given up on you, child. I never will. Come now, my child. Sit with me beneath the quiet sky. Let the world fall away. Let the weight on your shoulders slowly crumble like dust between my fingers. Let your breath find stillness. For I am here, not in thunder, nor fire, nor in the chaos of your racing mind, but in the hush, in the holy hush that follows every broken sob. I have seen your tears. Yes, every single one. You think no one noticed, that the world passed by while your soul unraveled. No, my beloved, I was there. I was in the corner of that lonely room when you collapsed with a heart too heavy to carry. I heard the question you didn't dare ask. Aloud, why, God? Why me? And my answer is not silence. My answer is not absence. My answer is I am. I am here. I am with you. I have never left. Not for one heartbeat. Not for one lost minute. Even when you cursed the heavens. Even when you turned your back. Even when you ran with clenched fists and trembling breath. I ran with you. I am not repelled by your pain. I am not shocked by your doubts. I do not grow weary of your questions. I do not scorn your sorrow. I step into it. I enter it with you, for I am the Lord your God, not a distant deity, not a cold judge, not a careless creator. I am the shepherd who walks valleys darker than death just to find you again. Asterisk, my beloved child. Tonight, I come to you again, not with thunder, not with lightning, not even with miracles, but with a whisper that breaks through the noise inside your soul. A voice that says, I see you, I know you, I still want you. You try to be strong, don't you? You wake up each morning putting on a brave face, telling the world, I'm fine. But I know the truth. You are tired of smiling while you're breaking, tired of being the one who always understands but never feels understood, tired of hoping and getting disappointed, tired of asking me, how much longer, Lord? Let me say it clearly, you do not have to carry all this alone. I am not a distant God. I am not watching you from some far-off throne. I am right here, closer than your breath. When you broke down and cried into your pillow, I was there. When you screamed into the silence, I heard you. When you thought no one would ever stay, I stayed. I don't walk away when you're messy. I don't get disappointed when you fail. I don't compare you to others. I only look at you and say, that's my child. I love them still. You think your scars make you less worthy, but I see your scars and call them beautiful. Do you remember when they pierced me too? I carry scars, just like you, but mine are not a sign of shame. They are the mark of love, and so are yours. Let me tell you something no one ever told you clearly. Your worth is not based on what you do. It's not based on how much you achieve. It's not based on how many people love you. You are valuable because I created you in my image. You are chosen, not because you are perfect, but because I decided you are mine. Even when you sin, I love you. Even when you run, I follow you. Even when you betray me, I call you back. Yes, I have seen the things you regret. I know the secrets that keep you awake at night. But still, I have not given up on you. Your story is not over. It is just beginning, child. You think you've wasted too many years, but I am the God who restores lost time. What was broken, I can rebuild. What was stolen, I can return. What was dead, I can resurrect. I have not changed. My promises are not weakened by your weakness. My grace is not diminished by your doubts. I am still the same God who split the sea, who walked on water, who healed the leper, and who called Lazarus out of the grave. I am that God, and I am yours. When you feel you can't go on, don't force yourself to be strong. Just fall into me. Let me carry you. Let my love surround you like the arms of a father who never lets go. Let my voice be the only one you truly listen to tonight. They may call you failure. They may call you broken. They may call you too late, too much, too little. But I call you beloved, redeemed, mine. So rest now, child, breathe. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You just have to let me in. I am not done with you. I never was, and I never will be. You say you're tired. I know you say you're afraid. I know you say you've failed. My child, even your failures can't unwrite my love for you. Even your worst day can't undo the cross I carried for your freedom. You think you've gone too far. Tell me, how far is too far for the one who stretched out his arms and spanned the universe? You think you've lost your worth. Listen, your worth is not a thing you can lose. It is rooted in me, and I do not change. You think your scars disqualify you. I say, your scars are the very places I will pour my healing oil. There was a night, long ago, when you cried in silence so loud that it shook heaven. Did you know that I heard it? And I wept with you. I did not turn my face. I did not leave the room. I stayed all night, holding you in the spirit when you thought no one could possibly care. Because I do care. I always have. Before you were born, I whispered songs over your forming bones. When you took your first breath, I rejoiced, not with a shout, but with a sacred stillness. You were never a mistake. You were never unwanted, and not a single day of your life has passed without my gaze resting gently upon you. The world has named you many things. Too weak, too broken, too much, too little, but I call you mine, and my name for you overrides all others. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Even in the graveyard of your dreams, I walk. Even in the wreckage of your hope, I build again. Child, let me rebuild you, not into what the world expects, but into what I first imagined when I knit you together in secret. Let me touch the places no one else sees, the shame, the bitterness, the silent disappointments. I do not recoil. I do not flinch. I reach deeper still, not to wound, but to heal, not to accuse, but to restore, not to condemn, but to lift you back into the light. Do you remember the laughter that once lived in your chest? Do you remember the wide-eyed wonder that colored your prayers? I remember, and I am not done with you. Let the enemies scream lies. I will sing truth over them. Let the night grow long. I will light a fire that never burns out. Let the desert stretch wide. I will bring water from rocks. Let the winds howl and the storm rage. I am still the God who commands the sea to be still. This pain you carry, I will redeem it. This season you despise, I will use it to strengthen what is eternal in you. This grief that feels like a knife in your soul, I will turn it into a garden. You will not be defined by the things that broke you. You will not be remembered for your darkest hour. You are being rewritten by grace. But tonight, just rest. You don't need to do anything to earn this moment. Just be. Be mine. Be still. I am closer than the air in your lungs. I am more real than the ground beneath your feet. I am the steady voice beneath the noise. I am the holy presence in your most human moment. Let the tears fall, child. I will catch them all. Let the questions pour. I will not turn away. Let the night come. I will sit with you until the morning. For I am the Lord your God. I have walked every sorrow with you, and I will walk every tomorrow beside you, until the day you see me face to face. Then you will know that no tear was wasted, that no wound was overlooked, that no moment was unseen, and that the love you longed for was always mine. My dear child, you have cried in secret again, haven't you? Behind closed doors, under blankets of silence, away from the world's noisier tears have fallen like rain, and no one saw them. No one asked. No one knew, but I did. I saw each tear as if it were a prayer. I counted them. I held them in my hand. I whispered over them, "This one is from my beloved. I will not forget. I am not far from you. I am not some distant echo in the sky. I am not just a name in ancient pages. I am near. I am present. I am here, right here, with you. Even when you think you're lost in the shadows of life, I am in that shadow. I am the still voice when the storm screams. I am the whisper when you're drowning in noise. When you feel like no one understands. I understand more deeply than you can comprehend. You were not made to carry this alone. You were not created to be strong without me. And I am not disappointed in your weakness. I am not repelled by your doubts. I am not ashamed of your trembling hands. Oh child, don't you see? It is precisely when your hands are trembling that mine reach out to steady you. When you question if I've gone silent, it's not that. I've stopped speaking. Sometimes silence is how I hold you closer. Not everything I do is loud. Some miracles are whispered. Some comfort comes in stillness. I know it's hard to walk by faith when the road ahead is invisible. But remember, the darkness never means I've abandoned you. It only means I'm preparing you. Growing roots in the soil of your soul. Deep, quiet, unseen roots that will one day bloom with unshakable strength. I haven't forgotten what I promised you. That dream in your heart, I placed it there. And though the waiting feels like agony, I am never late. Every second of delay is soaked in purpose. Trust me, my child. When you feel you're wasting away in the desert, I am growing water beneath the ground. Springs that will burst forth when the time is ripe. You wonder why others seem to soar while you crawl. Why others build while you wander. But you don't. Know the weight of the crown I'm forming for you. I am shaping you for things too sacred to rush. You are not forgotten. You are being hidden for glory, so breathe. One more breath, one more step, one more day. Let my presence wrap around you like a warm blanket on a bitter night. You don't have to figure everything out. You don't have to fix what's broken alone. You don't have to pretend to be okay when you're not. Come as you are. Bring your mess. Bring your confusion. Bring your shattered hopes and your shaky faith. I am the Father who runs toward you when the world walks away. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 just to find you. I am the light that never flickers, even when the winds of life howl, and I am not giving up on you, even if you stumble again, even if your strength fails, even if your prayers come out cracked and uncertain. I receive them. I receive you. I hold you not because you've earned it, but because you are mine. Nothing you've done can make me stop loving you. Nothing you've failed to do can break my covenant with you. When you're too tired to climb, I'll carry you. When your voice is gone, I'll sing over you. When your hope flickers like a dying flame, I'll breathe on it gently until it glows again. So, sleep tonight knowing I am still God. I am still writing your story, and I will never stop chasing your heart with eternal love. Your heavenly Father, asterisk, and now, my beloved child. As this chapter gently fades into the stillness of the night, remember that my love never fades. I am here. I have always been. I will always be. In every quiet tear, in every weary breath, in every silent prayer, I am holding you. Let my words tonight wrap around your soul like a warm blanket on a cold night. Sleep, not with fear, but with faith, and wake, not with worry, but with wonder. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved more than words can. Ever say so, if tonight's message touched your heart, if you felt seen, known, and held, then let us stay together on this journey. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next letter from heaven. Share it with someone who needs God's voice tonight. Leave a comment below if you'd like to receive a personal prayer. And most of all, stay close to God. No matter what, stay from the deepest corners of eternity. I say to you, once more, I love you, my child, forever. Come rest in me. May your night be peaceful, your heart be light, and may heaven whisper to you as you sleep. God bless you, take care of yourself, and until we meet again, good night.